Good
Shall we
afternoon, one and
start?
all. I request Nandini to start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our project presentation milestone for phase 2. I'm Nandini M. My teammates are Nakia Suhad, Vishwanath, and Ashwini A. Our project title is Art Attack Risk Prediction and RTL Tracking. Batch code is 30 under the guidance of Dr. Deepu R, and our reviewers are Professor Shobha BS and Professor Ani. These are the contents. Let's begin with the introduction. We are not most of the people are suffering from our diseases. They lost their health and family. So we have come up with early detection of heart attack and proper treatment can save their lives. The lack of specialists and increasing wrong diagnosis cases have necessary the need for building an efficient cardiovascular diseases prediction system. Many rural and urban people don't go to eye facility due to the high cost, and they get tension about the health issues and not consult to a good doctors and specialists for a good treatment. This is the major cause. The main objective of our work is to identify the key patterns and the features from the medical data using the classification algorithms. Objectives. Everyone can easily accessible and free of cost. We are going to develop a Android application for that art tracking. It's easily accessible for everyone and also it's a cost effective. Normally all as a smartphone and they can use as a daily checkup with the health and maintain the fitness. To study various machine learning techniques. The various machine learning approaches are used for prediction for accuracy. The main purpose of this project is to build a robust model that can classify the subject of the heart attack risk with an acceptable accuracy for medical grade application. Influence of literature review. There was an extensive literature survey as done. We have referred many papers relating to our project. In this, we are using KNN and Navy Bayes algorithm to detect and compare the conditions of an individual art. Also, we are using pedometer for tracking the data. It's usually track the daily activities like a person while walking. It will be track the heartbeat, cholesterol, blood pressure, etc. Acts like a sensing device. First, we have extracted the required features from the data set. Then it used to classification algorithm to classify.
Can you please share your screen, Vishwanath, so that we can continue?
Nandini, are you finished with your presentation?
Yes.
No, Nandini, continue from influence of that one. Influence of literature survey, please. The
Okay.
recording have stopped, that's why.
The influence of literature review. There was an extensive literature survey as done. We have referred many papers related to our project. In this project, we are using KNN and Navy Bayes algorithm to detect and compare the condition of an individual art. Also, we are using pedometer for tracking the data. Like a person while walking, it will be track the heartbeat, cholesterol, blood pressure, etc. It acts like a sensing device. First, we have extracted required features from the data set, then used classification algorithm to classify the risk of heart attack.
Existing system. The disadvantages like fraud detection in scientific health insurance, higher prices for customers. Existing systems are large in size and thus making it unavailable to all. Takes more time to get the results and which is very expensive. Proposed work. Constant monitoring using the machine learning and reduces the manual work and which is predicted at home easily and which is easily available for everyone. Design details and design principle. After use get our app, he should register himself and log into his account for upload the database. After uploading the database, data sets, here the data is pre-processing and extract the needed features for the for comparison with the existing model. After comparing the extracted features with the existing model, we predict or give the report of the user that he is whether he is prone to heart disease or not. Data sets. This data sets consist of two types of data sets, that is training data set and testing data set in the ratio of 7:3. Training data set. This is the data set used to train the model for prediction of the whether user is prone to heart disease or not. Testing data set. This is the data set is used only for testing the final solution in order to confirm the actual prediction for the user input.
Result analysis. The user inputs the details like on clinical and non-clinical inputs by the user, and that will be saved in a Cleverline data set that will compare the data and it will suggest and predict by then predicting often stages of heart attacks and help user to track their health and maintain the stages level of their health. And KNN use as 91% accuracy and naval bias use 92%. The gradient build of Android is used for Android Studio and for installing in many mobiles. The APK, we use the gradient build to install and many users can use simultaneously.
We built the Gradle on the Android Studio and we have generated the APK successfully. We have shared the APK among ourselves and we have installed the APK and the Android app. So the user interface of our application is so as seen on the screen. When the user first opens the application, that is the Android app, the user will be first prompted to register himself. So the user will first have to sign up by user registration by giving his full name, email, password, confirming his password, whether he's a male or a female, then his phone number, and then submit. Therefore, the user will be registered successfully. After the successful registration, the user can log in, and after the login, the user will have the options of dashboard, tracker, and the admin. And for the admin, he will have the admin access. Then after the user has successfully logged onto the device, he will have the option to predict at what level of risk he stands at. That is in the user details. These are the queries that we will be asking the user. First would be the patient name, then the patient gender, whether male or female, then the patient age, whether he has a cholesterol, he eats oily food, and whether he is a chain smoker, he smokes, or how many number of cigarettes or cigars he smokes per day, and the rest hour. The rest hour is the sleeping time that the user has, that is the patient or the individual, how many hours he rested per day, and what is his sleeping patterns. So, and also the last question would be if he has any heart diseases. In the heart diseases, it is mainly if the user is like having a history of a family history of heart diseases, or he has any heart attack, like other heart related diseases. So that will be the last one. After the user has entered his details, there will be 3 stages. The stages are as follows in the next slide. In this slide, there are 3 stages that the user will be able to view. The stage 1 would be the risk of heart disease. That is the input that the user has given. related to his health, that is the age, cholesterol, or cigarettes per day, and the if he has any heart diseases or anything. Based on that, the user will have the stage one. Stage one is that he is gonna have in future that it is probable that he is gonna have a heart disease or any kind of a heart attack or something like that. Then that will be the stage one. Then the stage two would be the no risk of heart disease. That is, the user entered the details. Based on that, the user is following a healthy diet, a healthy lifestyle, and based on his current lifestyle, he is safe. So he will be motivated in order to continue further. The last stage would be the final stage. That is, the person is very prone to having a high heart risk. That is the heart attack risk. So that the user will be can be having cholesterol or cigarette. He smokes a lot. He's a chain smoker, and he doesn't rest properly. He has a lot of stress in his life. Then if he comes from a family history of heart diseases. So basically, we will be considering 4 or 5 attributes in these. If 4 or 5 attributes in these are crossing a threshold, that is a particular threshold, then that will be considered as the 3 stages. One of these 3 stages. That is, the 4 attributes, 4 or 5 attributes should be all ticked as yes or a no in order to give a prediction as it is a heart attack risk, not a heart attack risk, or he is safe. The next will be the admin interface. In the admin interface, this is the admin, that is the admin is able to log in and view the user like he's able to track the user details. The admin will have to log in as admin at admin.gmail at admin.com, and the password will be admin. So after he has entered as the admin, he will have to log in as Okay, so next will be the admin also has the privileges in order to delete any user. He's having the privilege even to view all of their inputs that the user has inputted. That is the cholesterol, age, secrets per day, and the rest hour, etc. All of the details the user is able to, that is the admin. Admin is able to view all of them. And the cholesterol, the threshold that we have given is 240 mg. If the user has inputted any values about that, then the user is prone to having a stage 1 of heart disease. And if it is more than that, then it will be the person is very prone. Then the user over there has the tracking option. In the tracking option, he is able to count the number of footsteps that he have walked per day. Then the footsteps will be stored in the back end, and whether he has smoked that particular day, how many smokes that he has smoked, and whether he has exercised that per day. That the user should is able to track his daily habits over here and give submit for that tracking. Next, please. Okay, before we go to the contribution, I'd also like to explain the main code. Please, can you go to the main code? This is the main hearthealth.py. This is a code, Python code that we will be using in order to predict, that is in stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. The prediction is done by using this particular Python code. So first, all of them are the packages on the top and the libraries that we will be using. Then we have the data set. Can you please move the mouse on that particular what I'm saying, please?
What, Nakia?
Hello, are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
Nakia.
Yes, please
Yeah,
continue.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, my headset was not working. Okay, so can you please move on the mouse? Okay, so the data set that we'll be using over here is a Cleveland data set, which we have stored in the cleveland.csv file. That is the Cleveland data set is a data set from the UC repository for the heart attack risk predictions that we are going to be using over here. Then we have two targets. There is X and Y. X over here is used in order to store the columns from 0 to 12, and Y is used in order to predict, that is the 13th column. Y component is the target. We have used over here in printing out the data set. We have 0 as if the user is not having any heart attack risk, then 1 if the user is prone to have a heart attack risk. So those two are the values that we will be using. Then in order to print those out, we are using the plot2d in order to print out the target names and the categories that they have. Can you scroll down, please? Then we have the enumerate. The enumerate function is the one that will loop the value of Y to get the unique characters. Then the target names will be 0 and 1. As I have mentioned, 0 is for not having a heart disease, 1 is for having a heart disease. Then after we have done this, the result plotted would be the where the X new would be the new result that the user has according to the user inputs. The X new will be the values, the value that is the predicted values that will be sent into the predict system, and it will be plotted onto the system. Then we have the read clean, the read clean self comma data set. This is used in order to all of the attributes that is having the Cleveland data set. That is the Cleveland.csv CSV file. Those are all the values and the attributes that we want to take. All those attributes over there we are going to be using. Those are the age, gender, chest pain, etc. All of these we are extracting from the Cleveland dataset. Those are the ones that we will be using in this application of ours. So after that, we have the split function. The split function is a Python function where we are using the lambda function, that is in order to reduce the lines of code. Then we have the pipeline function to standardize the data set, to that it mainly relies on KNN. Pipeline function, it mainly removes all of the duplicates and the unwanted records that we do not want. Then we have validate function. The validate function is in order to check if there is a valid or invalid record entered. That is, it usually helps in cross validation, checking the data with other data and to check that the data within the data set. That is, we will be, it's basically we are comparing the data with the other data in the data set. Next, we have the fit score for the algorithm KNN. The fit score for the algorithm in KNN, we have set it as a 0.7 threshold. That is the one that we will be using over here. Then the return prediction value, the values that all have been entered, that is the user input that he has inputted, is sent to the Android, is sent to the Android app. Then that Android app, it takes the sample, it takes the sample that we are, like, for example, let me just explain it. The test input that we have stored for the training data, that is stored on the Android app. So as per the user input, whatever he inputs, that is taken as a sample data, that will be compared with the test input, and the prediction will be sent back to the app. So basically that is the main function over here. Then in return prediction value, it returns the stages if it is 1, 2, or 3, that is, say it is prone, the user is prone to heart disease, or if he is not prone or he is very prone. Then we have the prediction main. In the prediction main, we are calling all of the functions that we have used, that is split and the pipeline, fit score, validation, all of them we are going to be calling. And we are also taking the values from the user, that is the sample data. Every time the sample changes as per the user data, The numbers that we are seeing over there, that is the user data. The user data is converted into the sample data over here. Then we call the predict function, and the last prediction is viewed on the screen to the user. So this is the main Python code that we will be using in our application. So in our project, each and everyone have contributed equally to this project. There are a few changes that we have to do, but our project, this is our project. So I thank each one of you all for attending our presentation. Thank you very much. Please let us know if there are any queries or any questions. Please let us know. Thank you.